Welcome in episode 50, Frosty Takes Podcast. The episode everyone's been waiting for. We are back. It is NFL time. We are officially here. It's week one. Thank God. I've lost a lot of money on college football already. Thanks to Niloff. Fucking mush. We'll get into that. We won't actually.
One bet. I think you wrote one bet with me.
You lost 2 out of 3 because you're
I
the
did,
mush
but
monster.
you didn't write all those. The only one you wrote was LSU.
I wrote, I don't really know, but fuck college football. I'm ready for NFL. Bruce, the defending picks champion, will have his title contested, and we're ready to go.
Look at how fucking happy he is.
Yeah.
You're pig and shit.
Just like Drake
Yeah,
was
but
going
this
back
year
to back.
he's picking every game and picking things he doesn't bet. So he will get exposed, is my prediction, but we'll get in that later in the show. Bears-Packers week 1. We will talk Bears before we get into anything else. I think it's a huge game personally for the Bears. It's a game you need to win, in my opinion, if you want to be taken seriously. Another loss here at home to the Green Bay Packers. It's kind of the same old shit, and it's hard for me to expect anything more than 7-10, even though I have them finishing 7-10. Bruce, resident Bears homer, you have the Bears stuff on. We'll start with you. What do you think about week 1? Give me your keys to victory and maybe a little prediction. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, the main key is going to be getting any sort of pressure. I don't have a lot of faith in our D-line. I've said it before. I'll say it again until they prove me wrong. But they need to get after the very green quarterback they have up in Green Bay. Guy hasn't played a lot of snaps. We need to get in his face, get him rattled early.
Okay, where do you have the Bears finishing on the season?
11-6.
So you're that skeptical on the pass rush, but have them as a clear-cut playoff team? And
I'm all in. I'm all in on the offense. This is a 30-point game team.
What do you think the score is Sunday?
28-17 Bears.
Where are you sitting?
Don't worry about where I'm sitting.
You're sitting in the 400s. Niloff,
Yes, sir.
what do you think?
Just overall expectations.
Yeah, give me your Bears keys to victory. Give me that.
Bears keys to victory. I'd like to see some sound play calling out of Getsy. Maybe have a drive that's just kind of designated to getting some quick throws out, getting the boys' belts under them. And really, I think this game's going to come down to our defensive line. Can they get some pressure on Jordan Love and make him make essentially rookie mistakes? Because he's never been a full-time starter. This is basically like his true rookie playing year. He's been there for 3 years and obviously learned a lot, but can we still make him make mistakes in the lights? So that's what I'm looking for, is some pressure on the D-line and hoping for a great game out of Darnell Wright. I'll be watching him closely as well.
I didn't know we had a parrot on the podcast.
Did you say this exact same shit? Because I didn't hear a word you said. I was putting these new clothes on. I was putting Bears clothes on.
My main key to the game was the defensive line.
All right. Well, we got 2 great brains that think alike. So that's awesome. But my score
season
prediction,
record, Niloff. Give me your season record.
Season record 9-8. 9-8. And I hope that they're 8-8 going into week 17 at Lambeau, and that it's a game to get into the playoffs between these 2 teams. I would be in attendance, and I think it would just be a riveting start to the Aaron Rodgers era if we were able to beat the Packers and slide into the playoffs. But score prediction for the game, I'm gonna go 59-2. Just kidding.
So we're giving up the safety, huh?
We're giving up a safety, but then the boys are going on a 59-0 run. No. Give me 31-27. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, surprisingly.
And where are you sitting?
I have no clue. I should probably ask. I'm not in charge of getting the tickets. I just kind of show up. We'll either be like first couple rows 400 level, which I actually didn't mind last year, or The year before that, we were in the 100 level. So God only knows where we're sitting, to be honest with you. I know it's not going to be behind the end zones because they don't like being behind the end zones. But
Okay, interesting. Blake, where you at on the Bears' keys to victory this week? How you feeling about the overall team? Start by unmuting yourself.
I'm all about. I see the Bears being big play specialists. If they don't have big plays, they lose this game, in my opinion. The defense is probably going to be similar on both sides. So that's why I think the Bears have to have the bigger plays. Have final score 31-24, and the Bears obviously. And I do have the record at 11-6. Took one off my 12-5 prediction.
Bruce, what was your record for the Bears?
11-6.
Oh boy, I mean I hope so. That'd be awesome. But
so you have them winning the North. Like,
we're gonna go from the worst team in the league to winning the division.
I've already put that bet in. Yeah.
Oh man.
I think next year is the year that we really start talking about winning divisions when we have a draft filled with a good amount of picks, especially in the first round and second round. But we'll see. I'd be all for 11-6, Brucey. I'd be a happy man.
Ryan, we'll go to you. We'll let you talk about the Raiders after, but Bears keys to victory. You'll be at the game with me. What do you think?
I mean, I think there's two. I mean, like obviously there are two highest paid free agents are both linebackers that have to play well because I can't name a single person on their D line, to be honest with you. So I don't think they're going to get a ton of pressure unless they do a lot of A-gap blitz, which I think they might do. Edmonds is a pretty good blitzer. He's also pretty good in coverage. The whole right side of that O-line is a question mark. You're starting a first-year rookie, and I couldn't even name their right guard. So
Nate Davis.
That's another big free agent from Tennessee. So hopefully he performs well. You don't want to know my prediction because I still think the Packers are the cream of the crop in the North, and I think the North is a very tough division this year. I think it is underrated. I think it's going to be 21-17 Green Bay.
Who the fuck invited this guy?
What's your record prediction?
5-12. I think you guys are jumping the boat on how good this team is going to be in a very competitive NFC North. And they still got to play the.
Have you looked at the schedule outside the North though? Because where my prediction kind of comes from is I'm honestly taking us going 1-1 against everybody in the division, and my prediction with the 9-8. To be honest, because the schedule outside of the North isn't that bad. It's not that difficult. Besides the Chiefs. The Chiefs are like the only surefire fucking, all right, we're probably going to lose that game.
You're still coming off the worst record in the league. So, I mean, going to 11-12 wins is a lot. I'm just saying, that's a huge jump.
11 is a huge jump. But we've seen that in the past in the NFL. It can happen.
500 is not out of the realm of possibility. I'm just going very cautious. I think 5-12, 6-11. That's my two guesses. But I'm leaning
Who do you have winning that NFC North?
Packers.
The
You
Packers.
just called them the cream to the crop in the North.
I still think you got to dethrone them.
So you think Love is going to be better than Fields?
I think Love is going to be a more competitive QB than Justin Fields. I think Fields is going to put up a lot of gaudy stats. I think Love, combined with his young weapons and that defense, I think they will win a lot of close games.
Dylan?
Okay.
What do you got on this one?
Same keys as last year because it seems to always work against the Bears. Effectively run the ball, get the run game going, get the play action open. I think Luke Musgrave is going to have a big game. I don't think any of your safeties can really hang with him, but we shall see. But I think he's going to be a big part of why they win that game Sunday.
So you're saying I should start him in my fantasy?
Fuck you.
Record?
Does he run
10-7, 9-8, 10-7, 9-8.
And that's a playoff berth?
Yes.
Wild card. 10-7 could win the division, but for sure should be a wild card.
Okay. Left is me. I think the biggest key to victory is Justin Fields. We need to see. I mean, the last preseason game, I don't take much into account, but wasn't good. He was playing with a makeshift offensive line. You want to be the dude, win the game. Doesn't matter at the end of the day. I don't give a shit if you're not getting pressure on Love. I'm not here to make excuses. You want to be the dude, win the game. It's Justin Fields. If he plays well, they'll win. If they don't, they won't. I think 31-30 Bears in a pretty contested back and forth game with a lot of points because I don't think either defense is as good as we think they are.
I wouldn't mind seeing a fucking high scoring.
Bears record 7-10. I also, like Ryan, think it's a big leap to go from having a 10-game losing streak and winning 3 games to going to double-digit wins. I think at best case you're 9-8 and maybe battling for a wild card spot. I don't know how good the Packers will be. I think they're like the Bears, and I think like most teams in this division could be good, could be bad. I just don't see them making a huge jump when you have so much left, or so little on the defensive line, and that's honestly one of the, as we know, offensive line, defensive line, 2 most important things to have in the NFL. I disagree with you, though, Dylan. I think the Bears safety duo is one of the best in the league, and I think they'll be just fine covering a slow white dude over the middle. I think they'll have more.
He's not slow. To be fair, he is not slow.
He's
slow.
big. He's big and fast.
He's tall and fast. Like that's.
I think we'll have a bigger issue with Watson, to be honest, because I think, what's his name?
I think Romeo Doubs would be more difficult.
No, I just don't.
I could see
they're going to move Watson in and out of the slot, and I don't know if Brisker can hang with him, or not Brisker. Kyler
Gordon.
Yeah, I don't know if Kyler Gordon can hang with that cat. So
I hope he does, and we get that little Spider-Man celebration like he did in camp. That shit was sick.
Yeah, and Jones and Dillon's tough. So I don't know. I'll take the Bears at home. Like I said, this is a statement game. You need to go out and win this if we're going to take you seriously. It's going to be tight though. Buttholes clenched type game, back and forth. Going to be good.
I think Dylan made an excellent point talking about the run game because I mean that was huge for them against us last year. So. I'll preface that by saying hopefully our defensive line can not only get to the quarterback, but could also do something to stop the run.
Yeah.
I'll be watching the D-line specifically a lot. I'm not too worried about the linebackers or the secondary. I think the secondary is built really well. Hoping Kyler Gordon takes a jump. But where are you sitting, Nick?
For what?
For the Bears game.
I haven't bought tickets yet. I'll buy them in a few days. Once the prices go down, I'll probably get 200 level for cheaper than what Bruce paid. Actually, I know I will.
Yeah. Well, we might not have bought tickets yet either. I don't know. I don't handle it like I said. I just show up.
I'll let you know, though.
They'll just lie about what he paid anyway.
I'll just send you the screenshot.
Receipts. We love receipts.
You get nervous because it's getting closer and you don't have tickets. You got to wait it out, buddy. Wait it out. I saw ones for $330 and $319, but it was only – well, no, it was $4, which is what I need, but I'm still waiting.
For 200 level?
300.
$319.
Same.
Anything else on the Bears? I think it's going to be awesome atmosphere. We're all going to try and meet up, tailgate together. This is what it's about, though. The team on the rise. I'm super excited. Like last year's opening day kind of sucked because, one, it was a downpour, but two,
I wouldn't say it sucked. We fucking beat an NFC.
It was fun, but it's just like
at
the end of the day,
Francisco 49ers.
That's like a fake win. Like they're not going to do much after that.
I don't know. Trey Lance probably could have just been bad for all we know. But I will say the monsoon did ruin the tailgate, which kind of sucked. Although it was cool being like under Walden deck, just chilling, drinking beers with a bunch of dudes. But it did ruin the tailgate because the tailgate wasn't the same as the year prior versus Cincy. So weather's supposed to be like, what, 76 degrees and sunny?
Supposed to be beautiful.
74 and sunny.
Phenomenal. Yeah, we can't ask for much better.
No.
That would be absolutely phenomenal.
I want to get there by like getting to one of the lots by 12:30 and start getting after.
We will be in the lot at 9 a.m.
You can't be in a lot at 9 a.m.
When does it open? Because I was told to be there at 9 a.m.
4 hours before kickoff.
All right. Well, we will be there fucking right at the time that they open.
11:30, 11:25.
Do they open the season ticket holder lot early, though?
No.
I don't believe so. I believe all parking lots open 4 hours before.
Always
kickoff.
4 hours. Bruce is right.
Okay, well, that's a fucking phenomenal thing for me because that would have been a nightmare scene come 3 o'clock.
Yeah, Ryan. We know
Yeah,
you're
an extra 2
also.
hours.
We know you're also a
You
Raiders
should
fan.
probably share that information with whoever told you to be there at 9. So
Yeah.
Fuck it, man. Show up at 9.
I mean, I'm taking the train and walking, so it's public. Maybe it's not public property, but
I thought you were staying downtown.
It's owned by the city.
I am. But I'll have to take an Uber or a train to get by Soldier. So I'm staying in Wicker.
So you're
Park.
taking the E or no?
The what?
The electric line?
The train,
Yeah.
which is technically run by an electric line, I guess. But yeah, I'm taking the train.
All right. Anyway,
Just moving on, man. I'm not a science guy.
Okay.
You're no Bill Nye.
No, I'm not Bill Nye. Cool guy though. I would love to have a beer with him someday.
Ryan, you're also a Raiders fan. Why don't we give us your keys to victory for the Raiders?
I mean, it's Josh Jacobs in the defense. I mean, is Jacobs healthy after holding out for most of training camp? Is the defense legit after showing up pretty well for the limited time the starters played? I think Garoppolo's going to play fine when he's healthy. Can he play more than 5 games? I don't know. But they were in a lot of games last year. They just ended up losing all of them. I like them to win against Denver. They play them tough. They're always low-scoring games. So I'm going to take Las Vegas probably 17-14. Carlson makes a last-second field goal, and I don't think they win more than 6 games this year. That's a tough. Yeah, that's a tough division.
I think the Broncos win by.
Did you guys add anybody to the secondary? Because didn't the secondary by the end of last year, it was pretty fucking brutal, wasn't it?
So secondary, you still have Nate Hobbs. You added Marcus Peters, who is pregnant.
Yep.
For him. You added some dude from Philadelphia who's going to be your starting safety with Mooring. And then you drafted Ja'Cory Bennett in the 4th, who's probably going to be your second outside corner with Hobbs on the inside. Tyree Wilson.
Like to strike to ban Ryan from ever being able to talk about his rookies because the Raiders can't develop rookies.
That's fine. I think Tyree.
That's because they all go to prison before they have a chance to get developed.
Yeah, that's fine. They play hard on and off the field. You got to respect it.
Some play really hard off the field.
They go base speed.
That's why we got
250 miles an hour hard.
That's why we got rid of Gruden and Mayock. Now
Didn't you draft Jamarcus Russell though? Didn't you draft Jamarcus Russell, who did not play hard?
Number 1 overall, baby.
He played hard off the field, man. He was drinking that purple drink.
On the field though, he was fucking sleeping.
Also drinking that purple drink.
He might have also been drinking the purple.
It's hard when you're a 6'6" Jared Lorenzen who can't run more than 10 feet without passing out. It's a tough life to live. But he had a camp.
Fucking like 40 pounds overweight to training camp.
Yeah, he was a big boy.
because he was just drinking lean, sleeping all day.
He's a big boy.
You know a lot of drinking lean, don't you, Bruce?
Drinking lean and dressing clean.
I do not know anything about
Bruce looks like a
lean.
lean drinker, don't he?
No.
I don't think Bruce and Lean have ever been in the same conversation.
You'd be surprised.
Bruce looks like an Iowa corn farmer.
Like half an Iowa corn farmer. They're normally pretty big. Height-wise, not weight-wise.
He's got the beard, Carhartt looking fucking zip up.
It is a Carhartt hoodie.
Well, I mean, he's a union guy now. He's got to rep it.
Speaking only to this week and next week, and then Bruce has graduated class 1. Woo! He'll be earning a paycheck again, and ready to go in the union, which we're all
I
very
think we got
excited.
more pressing things to talk about here, boys.
Yeah,
Moving
you guys
on
talk about your
to
future.
I don't know what the next thing is.
The
I don't.
rest of the NFL slate, the start of the season. Anything anyone wants to talk about, bring up before we get into our bets, and I will explain how we're doing in this year. It's a little different, a lot better, and you actually have to bet your picks. That includes you, Bruce. You will be disqualified if we do not see slips of games bet.
You're the only one who never gives slips, so
Okay, we'll see about that.
What slip are we still missing that he's been ducking for fucking
It was a
7
Green
months?
Bay slip. It was Aaron Rodgers backing Green Bay slip. I forget what game. Dylan might remember because Dylan was the one
Bills or
asking.
the Eagles.
I was the Bills.
Yeah, I think it was the
But
Bills.
It was Packers Bills. That is correct. It was Packers Bills, and he was taking Packers money line or Packers spread or something crazy. We never got the slip. But Nick, why don't you lead us off with anything from the NFL that you want to bring up before we get?
Yeah, I think the NFC is wide open. I don't trust the 49ers or Eagles.
Really? Okay.
I just think it's wide open. I don't know who's coming out of the NFC. Not saying it's going to be the Chicago team from the NFC North, because I don't think that either. But I think it's a lot more wide open than people think. And now you have the AFC with, if Kelsey's out for a significant amount of time or not his full self the entire season, all of a sudden the AFC is a little more interesting. You got the Bengals and Joe Burrow, who's going to be 100% Sunday. The Bills, the Dolphins, the Chargers. I mean, there's just a lot of the Broncos. There's a lot of good teams in the AFC. I think we could see like a weird Super Bowl matchup this year that we weren't expecting. That's my 2 cents.
I'd be cool
I mean,
with that.
whoever wins the AFC is gonna be the best team in the NFL.
Agreed.
Most likely. But like probably the AFC Championship game will be a better game than the Super Bowl.
Well, let's do this. You're way too early Super Bowl champion before the week gets going. I'm taking the Cincinnati
Did we do
Bengals
this
and
already?
Joey Iceberg. Did we do this already?
No.
I don't think we did this. We might have talked about it off camera one time. But I'm taking Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and the boys in Cincinnati. Don't have a reason why other than I like Joe Burrow. I like Joe Burrow a lot. He's second to me, other than obviously Justin Fields. Bruce, who you take?
I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
Okay. Any particular reason, or you just like Buffalo?
I do like Buffalo. I think Josh Allen is a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. They have a very good defense. If they can have any semblance of a run game with James Cook, they're going to be a dangerous team. But the problem is they haven't had a run game in years. So
Cromer's back.
Hopefully Von Miller can stay healthy too, because he looked really fucking good on that D line.
I'm pretty sure he's not playing week 1.
I don't think he's definitely not playing week 1. I saw that, but I'm just saying hopefully when he returns, because he will return this season, he can stay healthy, because I thought he was having a phenomenal season last year up until the point he hurt himself. But Ryan, we'll take it over to you.
So I don't know if this is my selection, but my dark horse is Pittsburgh.
Really?
I think
Kenny Pickett at the helm?
Dude, Kenny Pickett's played well. He's a first-round pick. That defense is legit. That's a nasty defense.
The defense is Super Bowl caliber defense.
That's a good O-line. Najee Harris is better than what he played for last year, and that's a good receiving core. If Kenny Pickett plays like a top 15 QB, I think they're a tough out.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're playing a very, very, very good team week 1 here in San Fran, so I'll be interested to watch that game and see how that plays out. Because I do agree with you on the defensive side of the ball. So that's a Super Bowl winning potential defense. But it's all going to come down to Kenny Pickett. So I guess we'll see. Ryan or Blake. Sorry.
My second pick is
I got the Ravens. I got the Ravens beating the Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
Okay, that's two dark horses in my opinion.
Yep. So I think the Ravens have the best team in general this year. So
I don't know, man.
They'll finish.
They got
like
a rookie wide receiver, and they got a wide receiver who hasn't played in a year and a half, 2 years.
Who likes to get pooped out?
Yeah. So, but it's bold. But I like it. I like that he gave us 2 dark horses, 2 completely different teams. Let's take it up over to Dylan. Dylan, your Super Bowl way too early prediction. The New York Jets
The Gat.
Sticking with AR-12, who is now AR-8.
AR-8.
Thank God it wasn't 15. But
They probably wouldn't let him do that.
yeah, we wouldn't have been able to. We wouldn't have been able to say his nickname.
I mean, they let Anthony Richardson do it.
See, we had Andre Karolinko in basketball be AK-47 for like 15 years.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was the thing. That's funny.
Intentionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dylan, any reason other than Aaron Rodgers that you like this New York Jets team to win the Super Bowl, who's in probably the toughest division in football and does not have an easy road to the playoffs?
The D-line is
Probably the best
nasty.
defense in
D-line is
football.
disgusting. Top 2 in the NFL.
I think the only thing that'll stop them is how well the offensive line plays. But they got a really good defense. 2 good running backs if Breece Hall's 100%, which he will eventually get to. But I think they'll be a tough team to play against if that old line holds up. So
yeah, I'm a little nervous about them. Just like the first 3 weeks, just with a lot of new pieces and stuff, specifically on offense. But I think after they kind of gel a little bit and get a couple weeks in, that they could be a very good team. But Nick, close us out. Way too fucking early Super Bowl prediction.
I like the Chargers as a dark horse in the AFC. I think they can get to the AFC Championship game. I think they can win it. Probably the best quarterback in the AFC, to be honest, outside of Mahomes. Defense.
He's just saying a whole lot of dumb shit right now.
Bosa and Max stay healthy. They're really good. I do think Brandon Staley's a dumbass, which probably is why it won't work out, but Herbert's going to win the NFL MVP.
Hey, for our overseas viewers,
wow.
What EPL team is the Chargers? They're a Spurs-like team. They don't win shit.
I'd say they're probably better than Spurs.
We're undefeated.
The Spurs feel like a Texans franchise.
We're undefeated. We'll finish above West Ham and Chelsea for a second consecutive
You didn't
year.
answer the question, bro.
As me as a fan, and it'll be 2 perfect seasons as me since coming on the EPL, unheard of. Never done before.
2 perfect seasons of not making the Champions
My goal
League
every
or
year
competing
is
for
to
a
beat
trophy.
West Ham and Chelsea. Anything else?
It doesn't mean anything
That's
if you
loser
don't win
talk.
anything.
That's
And you can't
loser
win one of the trophies
talk.
if you aren't in the top 4. So it doesn't matter. That's
We're
what
in the
trying to
top
tell
4.
you.
We're actually 2 right now.
maybe you need a little bit more support.
Yeah, fucking 4
We're-
weeks
we're
in
like
the season.
4
Who the
games
fuck
into
cares
the
right
season.
now?
Dylan, have you made your announcement yet on
No.
what team you're joining?
No, I stopped watching, so I have to get back into it.
Dylan, you got till week 6. Once
What is
week
it
6
now?
is completed, week 5 starting after this break next weekend, right?
He
Yeah.
saw Sonny Boy's
You have
hat
3
and was
weeks.
ready to come on.
Yeah.
He saw it.
But
Very lame.
It'd be pretty lame if we got a second Spurs fan on here, though.
I would love it.
Nick,
I
answer
think
the
you should go
question.
with the
Dylan,
Who
I'll
are
buy
the
you a
Chargers?
jersey if you
Who
become a
are the
Spurs
fan. Have your own
Chargers?
opinion, you know?
Who are the Chargers?
Chelsea. Spend a lot of money for little results. And can't score. That's another
What
issue.
won
Yeah,
the
but you just picked the
Champions League
Chargers to
2
win the
years
Super
ago.
Bowl. So
Yeah,
why
dark
can't they
horse.
score?
I'm not going to pick the Bills or the fucking Jets. I'm going to pick a dark horse.
So Chelsea's a dark horse to win the Premier League by
No, they have 2 losses
sensitive
already and their
property.
season's virtually over. They might be
That's-
relegated.
It's not how soccer works.
They might be
They'll
relegated.
never get relegated.
Oh.
They're like a bank. They're too big to fail.
Oh.
They got that Russian.
Dude, you just lost to fucking Forest at home. Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
it wasn't
Shut
great.
the fuck up. Shut up.
Dylan, you should
Shut
be
the
a
fuck
Forest
up.
fan.
Shut up. Spent $1 billion, lost to Forest at home. Shut the fuck up. And changed your coach 7 times last year. When you win 2 games in a row, 3 games in a row, that's called a winning streak. Then you can talk.
Changed their coach once last year.
Whatever.
Twice
How many
last
coaches
year.
did Spurs have last year?
2. This is Conti had to go back home because he's fucking dealing with old people shit.
So you had 3 because he quit before the season ended.
Hey, you're going to have your first loss next weekend. You're next, buddy. So you enjoy this being quiet right now.
Talking shit. Mate, you're gonna have your first loss next week, and I don't even know who they're playing.
No, we're not. We have a great system. It's all about the system, and it's fantastic.
Which he's never explained the system to anybody. He just keeps
Get the
saying
ball to
that
the
they have a great system.
midfielders. The midfield take the pressure off the forwards. The forwards get open down low. They score goals. That's how it works.
This just that we're not playing
True.
fucking hockey talking about down
That's
low.
just the
and
truth.
shit, bro.
That's just the truth.
You take the ball
And
behind
last
the
time I
net.
checked, Josh, there's no midfielders in hockey. So
That's called Gretzky's office. You go to
There's no,
Gretzky's
wait,
office.
what did you just say? There's no what? There's no
there's no
midfielders. what?
midfielders in hockey. It's
It's
called the
true.
center.
It's true. That's a fact.
I was
Fucking
referring to
That is
specifically
a
the
fact.
down low comment, which is why I said talking.
Listen,
about
you worry
down low,
about your
not
team,
hockey.
who's at the bottom of the prem, and I worry about my team, who's undefeated at the top. Thank you.
You're not at the top.
You're not
When
at the
how about this? When Chelsea passes the Spurs in the standings, then you have an opinion on the Premier League. Until then, the only person I'm listening to is Ryan for now. And
But you
that's
don't
it.
listen. You just cut
The
people off.
person who's watched the least amount of Premier League soccer is
Did you see my
only
setup in the
accepting
basement? I watched
opinions
all
from
3
one
games at the
person.
same time. Niloff was out golfing. Bruce, you were probably picking your belly button hair. Because every time I texted you about
No, I was.
Chelsea scoring, you were just a
The
goat.
only game I haven't seen this year was the Nottingham Forest game.
Yeah, believe me, you
I
didn't want to
watched
watch it.
You didn't.
You didn't. You paid a
They
gazillion.
did you watch it, Nick? Because
Oh.
Chelsea dominated that entire game.
They
and then
dominated the second half.
They got caught sleeping to start the second half and got fucked.
Well, I would say they dominated the West Ham game too, and still.
I wish Nkunku was healthy because I'd like to see him play in a number 9 role. Just
Ain't gonna say
That guy scores goals.
he does score goals. But alas,
Betting format this year instead of last year, where it was kind of rigged and how Bruce won, picking every single game, even though the games he didn't
We're
bet.
still doing that. There's a
99%
spreadsheet
of the time.
available that you have not filled out.
So his win will have an asterisk next to it.
It will
But
not.
congrats, Bruce. Congrats on the championship. I'll leave it to you to say a few words before we release a new format and get this underway.
The only words I need to say is fill out your picks on that spreadsheet or your first week is under protest immediately.
Well, that's not really the point. Dylan has my
Wait.
picks last night.
I
We're
also
No,
took
Dylan
some-
has a couple of your picks. We're still picking every game.
Yeah, but that's not what the standings
That's just
That's
like a
absolutely what
picking
the
every-
standings
No,
need to be
Bruce.
based on.
no.
Yeah.
The true betting
is your 5
is
picks. You
is
fucking
the 5
mushroom.
picks, not the every game because we're not doing the betting version. It's just straight up pick them. Who do you think is gonna win?
You thought you were gonna fucking be able to win again by not betting your own picks?
Yeah, play the
About?
lottery. Play the lottery.
I don't.
Just
Where
pick
do you
every
get
single
this
game.
that I don't bet my own picks? You know how much fucking money I lost last year betting my own picks?
No, say it.
How many times did you retire and not bet your picks?
I
how many
retired. I retired and unretired once.
3
Okay,
times.
how much money did you lose last year? Pull it up.
Don't fucking worry about it. You don't
Not
need
that
to worry
much
about
then
my
if you're not willing to talk
finances.
about it.
No, that's why I'm not willing to talk about
Is
it
it
because it's
okay?
it's
Blink,
more
yeah.
than it should have been.
Blink once for yes, 2 for no. Was it over 2K?
I'm not gonna dignify that with a response.
If
It
it's not
wasn't over
2K,
2K. I can
yeah.
confirm.
If it's not
wasn't
over 2K, it doesn't even count. You might as well flush it down the toilet.
That's what I did with more than $2,000
Maybe don't fucking.
You lost
bet.
more than 2,000?
easily.
How? How often do you lose, bro?
Because he only
That's-
bets his parlays.
Bruce, if you would have
hockey and
spent
baseball are bad
Bruce,
for
if
me.
you would have spent the whole season just betting your picks you made on the pod, picking
would've-
every single game,
probably
you
would've
wouldn't
been
have
up
lost
4
more than
grand.
you wouldn't have been down more than $100.
You just
It's the other bets that get me the prop bets and the parlays.
Yeah,
no,
but
it's not the prop.
you
That's
pick
the fucking
6
parlay.
parlays a fucking hour, a sheet, a time slot. You got 6 parlays in the fucking noon slot. It's unbelievable.
Bruce thinks he's a high roller.
I
Fucking
parlay the
fuck.
early games, and then I parlay the late games, and then the Sunday and Monday night games.
Yeah, but
Then
the
he
thing is,
goes to bed crying.
dude, you're only
Do you,
one
do you
parlay.
ever bet
being a
singles?
big.
Like all you do is
I always
parlay.
bet singles. That's where I get fucked because I lose double betting shit.
What? Double? What?
Because
makes
it's
sense.
in a
Any-
parlay and then it's in a straight and that leg loses and you lose twice on the same bet. Are you fucking slow in that, kid?
I didn't get that was the point. I mean, it makes sense now that you said it, but I didn't get that was the point that you were inferring.
You're an idiot.
Bruce, and he's not slowing that.
Just bet your fucking picks. Bet your picks on the pod like a
I
fucking
always bet
Bet
my
your-
picks.
and not in a parlay, you
Always
pussy
bet my
ass bitch.
picks.
Yeah. You spent the first 3 weeks last year betting every single pick on a fucking parlay and throwing $5 down it.
I did it 17 weeks in a row. 18,
you didn't
18 weeks
win.
in a row.
Well, do your thing.
No,
Like,
you're
any
right.
of
I did not win any of
But you
them.
would have won a bunch of them if you just picked straight on your bets that you made on the pod, which is
make
the
them
point
straight,
I'm trying
then
to
parlay
make.
them all
Like,
together like a real man.
I selectively choose which games get bet straight and which ones just get left in the parlay.
No, he's dumb. He's dumb.
All right, moving
You're
on.
dumb.
Let's go. Enough
Yeah,
of hating on Bruce.
So that was my whole point on what won the betting thing last year. It just wasn't a good format. We had a
Shitty
guy
format.
lose most
Terrible.
of his
No,
money,
you
win.
just make bad picks.
No.
You're not
Well,
good against
we'll really
the
see.
spread.
We'll really see who makes
Listen,
bad
the guy who lost over 2K, don't talk to me about making bad
Yeah.
picks because I didn't lose 2K.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
No, I didn't because I didn't lose that many games. I went about 45% on the year. Went back and backtracked it, bitch. Move us on to the picks.
Because
Actually,
you
tell us the
lost
format.
60%.
Yeah,
Tell
well,
us the format.
the format, you're going to pick 5 bets you like for the week, not props. It's going to be sides, totals, or money line, not higher than minus 150. Right. So you're going to
So you
bring
can't, if
5
it's minus
picks to
200,
Dylan
you
each
can't
week.
pick it, for example.
Yep. And the best part about this, we record mostly on Tuesdays. So these are going to have to into Dylan by Monday night, Tuesday morning. Mine were sent last night. I want that on record. I believe Niloff's were as well. So there's
Mine
not
were
going to be
also
able
in
to.
last night.
There's not going to be able to be looking at a spreadsheet, looking at other people's picks. There's not going to be that because we know Bruce did a lot of that. So everyone is going to have to fight hard, tooth and nail, and you're going to have to bet these every week. And if there's a random bet slip check, then so be it. No one's safe, not even myself. So it is what it is. That's what it is going forward. It's also going to shorten up a lot of this segment so we can get the people what they want. We still will release who we like to win every game each week, but that has nothing to do with the spread. So Bruce, the defending champion, can lead us off with his top 5 bets for
As the
NFL.
defending champion, I am going to defer. Somebody else make picks first.
Because
Oh.
he's not even prepared. He's
Dylan,
fucking looking through his
Dylan,
phone
have
right
his-
now,
Dylan,
looking
have
for
his
picks.
up
He's such a piece
and
of
make
shit.
sure he doesn't change any that he sent you.
He didn't send him.
No.
Send them in right now, Bruce, and we will wait.
And
Yeah.
I figured
Other
we could,
people can pick. We don't have to just sit here.
No, Dylan, cue the Jeopardy mix. Cue the Jeopardy mix right now, and
Yeah,
we will
cue it,
sit
'cause
here
you're not stealing.
and we will wait.
People.
We're gonna edit in a Jeopardy mix right now,
That's a lot of work.
and we will
man.
sit here in silence.
But I figured we could use the pick 'em as a tiebreaker in case there is one.
Smart.
Okay. Who wants to lead us off with their picks? Blake, are you alive? Do you have your picks? Or are you still muted and gone?
Yep. Sorry. Emergency bathroom break. But yes, I'm not.
I love that he was just so fucking honest about that. He didn't even think. He didn't give a fuck. He was just like, it is what it is, man. I fucking love that. Give us the picks, Blake.
Niners minus 2.5. My least favorite of the 5. But they are the top 5 I made here. I got Eagles minus 4, Seahawks minus 5.5, Jacksonville minus 5, and my favorite one is the Giants money line plus 135.
Ooh, Giants money line. Okay.
Yeah, looking for some money there.
Ooh. All right. I like it. I got one of your picks. Is also one of my picks. So
Love it.
let's go to Ryan. I want to hear Ryan's top 5 picks for the week. NFL
Top
week.
5. Starting off on Thursday, I like the over in Detroit KC, over 54.5. This was made before the Kelsey news, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. 2 pretty bad defenses, especially without Chris Jones. I like the over in the San Francisco-Pittsburgh game, over 41. And going against Blake, I like Pittsburgh plus 120, a home dog. It's hard to bet against a home dog. I already won over Las Vegas. I like them. They're plus 164 in Denver. They play them tough. And over in the Houston-Baltimore game, over 44.
I could see that. I could see the Ravens popping off for like 37 in that game. Just fucking throttling it down. I like it. I think the Raiders bet is a homer stretch, to be quite honest with you, but don't have a problem with any of the other picks personally. Nick, we're gonna come to you after we hear from Dylan. Dylan, give us
Hand
your
up,
top 5
hand
picks.
up. I did not make any picks because I got everybody's picks. So I have to make the graphics, so I'm probably not going to do them. It's just easier.
Dylan, you said this after shit talking us all last year.
Yeah, dude,
but then
you're kind of
but
pulling
then,
out.
okay,
man.
but then I get fucking 5 people's picks, then I got to hold them until the
Yeah.
show. So it's like I know all your
and
picks.
someone in here would be going, if Dylan was winning, God forbid, someone would be going, well, you get all of our picks, you're just probably copying people's best picks. And I think we know exactly who I'm talking about. So Dylan, I respect where you're coming from.
If I like
maybe-
something, I'll say something during the segment, but I don't have
Okay.
anything at the moment.
Okay. Nothing
That's
week
fair.
one. Nothing week one. All right.
Green
That's
Bay
fine.
-1
Well,
or +1.
all right. He's got Green Bay +1 as his solo pick of the week. I can respect that. Let's take it on downtown to Brucey. Brucey, we come back to you. Are you ready, big fella? Jeopardy music ready to go off?
Yeah, I'm ready. I took a bunch of spreads because I don't like week 1 totals. I just like to see how teams end up actually producing before I start looking at totals. So I have Cincinnati -2.5. I think that's easy money. Fuck the Browns. Deshaun Watson's a bad person. San Francisco -2.5 against Pittsburgh. I think San Francisco is going to be one of the best teams in the NFC, and Pittsburgh is not one of the best teams in the AFC, in my opinion. I have the Jags -5. I think the Jags are going to absolutely curb stomp the Colts. Philly -4, same thing. They're just going to absolutely butt fuck the Patriots. And then I'm taking the Finns money line. They are currently 3-point dogs in Los Angeles. I'm going to take the Finns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a bad card.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Well,
I think you have a bad card, so.
Well, let's find out. Let's go right to him. We're coming right at you, Nick. Give us your top
George
5
Kittle
picks.
most likely out. Nick Bosa will be out. 49ers on the road in Pittsburgh, who Ryan already alluded to. I like them a lot as well. Maybe the best roster in the AFC. That's why me and Ryan are up in the box, making the team for Bruce to then be the water boy on the field because he doesn't know clearly what players are healthy, what
The
people are
best
playing.
roster.
He really doesn't know the roster.
I can't take anything you say
San
seriously. You
Francisco
just said
struggles
Pittsburgh has
early.
the best
We saw
roster
it.
in the AFC.
We saw it last year with the Bears week 1. They will struggle. Purdy will struggle. Mike Tomlin at home in a home
Purdy
opener.
did not play week 1.
That doesn't matter. Purdy, you're acting like Purdy's some god. He's a game manager.
You just said they will struggle. Purdy will struggle. I don't think he will.
He will.
Go back to
Mike
your
Tomlin at home +2.5. Take it. Take money line 2, and just you can thank Bruce for this one.
And thank me when
Would
Pittsburgh
you like-
does not
would you like to
cover.
take
two
this
We've
and a half
already
points.
got
Take
some
the bet.
confrontation early in the fucking.
Would you like
Pod,
to take
boys.
this
You
offline?
can take
we
your
wanna see.
side bets and shove them right up your fucking
Would you like to
urethra.
take this
Fuck
offline?
off.
That's what I thought.
Hey,
I'm
take
mad
your
at them.
side bets and shove them up your.
If the
your
49ers
urethra.
were going to win by so much, you'd take it. But you're not a man. You're a little boy. The little
The
cobbler.
littlest of boys.
Little cobbler. Moving on. Saints -3 at home. The Panthers are bad, or they're not even playing the Panthers. The fucking Titans are bad. They got DeAndre Hopkins, lost a lot in the O-line. Not sure what they're doing on defense at the Superdome. Probably the best team in that NFC South. Give me the Saints -3. Jaguars -5. I think a lot of us touched on this. The Colts are kind of a mess. Anthony Richardson's a rookie. I think Doug Peterson gets it done. Calvin Ridley to score a touchdown I like as well. Falcons at home against the Panthers. I think the Falcons are going to be a little underrated this year. Not sure if I trust their quarterback, but the running game will be really solid, and the defense is actually pretty decent. Give me them -3.5. I think Carolina gives the Bears a top 5 pick this year, especially with Burns not playing. I don't think he plays Sunday. Give me the Bears -1 at home. Kind of a homer pick, but I need to see it. It's something I need personally, so I will have betting and fan rooting interest in. -1's a good line at home, in my opinion. And I'd like to lock Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's my mortal lock now because Bruce is fucking idiot.
Ooh, we should do one lock a week. We'll go back around. It'll be almost like how we did honorable mention.
Why don't you lock San Francisco? You lock Ness Monsters.
Wait. Let me get my picks out. Then we'll go around and we'll give our lock of the week. I like this a lot. But yeah, let me get right to it here. I've got the Lions +6.5. This pick was also made by me prior to hearing anything about Travis Kelce because I had my picks in last night. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. If Kelce's playing, I can see the Chiefs winning, but I think this one is pretty tight, and I think you're going to see that the Detroit Lions are going to be a tough team this year. I've also got Monday Night Football action. Bills -2.5 versus the Jets. Jets, a lot of moving pieces coming in, new people. Aaron Rodgers' first start in the new system, even though it was technically with Hackett. But still, I think there's just a lot of people around him that have to get adjusted. Slow start for the Jets. Give me the Bills -2.5. Give me Eagles -4. I think the Eagles are still going to be a real team. I think they probably come out of the NFC once again. That defensive line is still going to be a problem, and that offense is still going to be a issue. And then my last two picks are the same, similar to Nick's. Give me the Saints -3. I think the Saints are going to be a dark horse team in the NFL who could make a decent playoff push. That defense is legit. They've got a true game manager in Derek Carr. We'll see how it plays out, but give me the Saints -3. And then to cap it off, Bears -1. We're at the home opener as usual. And I'll be honest with you, that's going to be my lock of the week. Is Bears -1. 2-0 in last two home openers. Jay Niloff has attended both of those home openers. We're going for the three-peat. Give me the Bears -1 as my lock of the week. Bruce, we'll go straight down to you, buddy. Lock of the week.
Philly -4.
Philly -4. I like it.
That's another loser for the people at home. In New England, opening game, Super Bowl hangover. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Patriots +4. I'm going to take that as well. Add that to my card.
You can only make 5 picks that count for the 5 that you sent in.
I'm still adding
his
it to my
record.
card.
You can still add it to your card outside of this. These are 5 best bets.
Why aren't you locking San Francisco, pussy?
Because I'm very confident that the Eagles are going to shit stomp them.
Out. Did ya? CMC's
I did.
on a snap count too. Keep your ass on the field.
Why would CMC be on a snap count?
That's the truth. That literally
True.
an article came out 2 days ago about that.
That is very true.
Yeah, but why?
Because he's injury prone, Bruce.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's why you're on the field, not in the front office making decisions.
You're
Quinn
not
didn't
in the front office anywhere
Robert
either.
Quinn
You're
didn't
sitting
make
in your
sense
room
either,
jerking
buddy.
off like the rest of us.
Hey, Robert Quinn didn't make sense either, and that guy's in jail. First round pick, right? Wow.
Robert Quinn is not in jail.
He did get
Yes,
arrested.
he is.
I don't think he's in jail. I think he made bail, but he got arrested.
He did, in fact, get arrested.
A lot of people get arrested.
During training camp, very bad look. But Ryan, we'll take it over to you for your lock of the week. Let's hear it.
I want to lock Pittsburgh. I'm not going to because Nick already did it. So I'm going to
Fair.
lock over in Houston, Baltimore. I think Baltimore's going to put
Houston,
a lot of points on the board.
Okay, I like that pick a lot, actually, Ryan. That
Really good over.
That's a really, really good.
What's that
spot.
set at?
44.
44. That's not bad.
Was it? There's one at 41.
41 is the San Fran Pittsburgh game.
Yeah. It's a tough line. I don't even know if I'd want to go over with that. But Blake, let's hear your fucking lock of the week, buddy.
Lock is the Giants at plus 135.
Wow.
Positive numbers.
The hardest odds for him personally, the ones that will come with the most profit if they do pay off. Blake goes with the Giants money line. Week 1.
Blake hates the Cowboys.
Versus a division rival.
Yeah, but the Cowboys are pretty good against the Giants.
Yeah.
Is that in Dallas too?
New York.
No, Giants.
No, it's in the Meadowlands.
Yeah.
It's not New York. It's New Jersey.
Yeah, it's also a shit stadium. I was there 4 days ago. It is so bland.
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard it's
Terrible.
like very
Terrible.
Dylan,
Well, I got
we already
fucking
know your
Pat
lock of
over
the week
in
because you only
stadium.
picked one thing, so that will have to be your lock of the week. We'd like you to at least come once a week with one pick for at least the lock of the week done. That way we can keep track of you on there at least.
moving
Should
on,
at least
we'd like
be
to
a
thank
lot right there.
our sponsor, Underdog Fantasy Sports, promo code Frosty. That'll get you live, ready to go for the NFL season. We are definitely going to do a best ball draft between us when this is over because we're wrapping up at a good time. But we are going to give out a few underdog plays here. I think, Dylan, you sent this to me, correct? While I dig through my phone.
Sent it to everybody.
Sent it to everybody. Our underdog slip of the week. This will be released out on all social media, but if you're listening, you get it a little earlier. And I can tell you, I don't like some of the picks already. Jalen Hurts to score a rushing touchdown. That was Josh Niloff. Najee Harris over 52.5 rushing yards. That was me. Nick Bosa being out. It's kind of a big deal. Kadarius Toney over 5.05 fantasy points. Bruce, you did something right. That looks really good, buddy. Adam Thielen over 41.5 receiving yards. Blake, nice work. Josh Jacobs over a rushing or receiving touchdown. Ryan Earl, I like that as well. But I only think he scored. Did he score only one touchdown receiving last year? Or was that a made up?
It's rushing or receiving. So I'm thinking
I know.
the end of that.
Nick led off talking about this, saying that he's already looking at the slip and he, he's got a lot of question marks for it, and he didn't say a bad thing about anybody's pick. In fact,
I just want to be nice. I didn't want to call anyone out.
Well,
call someone
what
out.
don't you like? I think it's okay that we talk
I
about
don't
this.
like
Bring this
Jalen
up.
Hurts rushing touchdown. I don't like Josh Jacobs rushing touchdown. Touchdowns are not like they're fluky.
I really like Jalen Hurts to score a rushing touchdown. I just think anytime that they're within 2 yards,
The Raiders may not
2
score.
yards, 1 yard. The Raiders may not score, but I mean,
I think you
if
underestimate.
someone on that team's gonna score a touchdown, it's him or fucking Adams. So
Jacobs owns the Broncos, so I'm not too.
You
worried.
know more. You would know better than me. So naturally, I hate the Hurts pick more.
I don't like the Harris pick, to be honest with you.
That's easy. I'll hit that in the first half.
He was
does
pretty.
anybody else have a problem with the Hurts pick?
Hurts is fine. I mean, it's the riskiest play.
Blake's face said it all. It's just like you could have dug deeper and found something better. That's
Yeah,
what-
I would have dug a little deeper, but I mean, he is a rushing quarterback. I mean, I think there was one game where he had 3 rushing touchdowns last year.
Yeah, I'm pretty
In
sure he
one
had
game?
2 in the Super Bowl. 2.
Yeah.
This is a separate game. I don't know what the Super Bowl is.
Yeah, it's
New
just
year.
it's just the way that the offensive line is built, and
Maybe they
ability
wanna
for them
keep
to,
them-
if they're
maybe-
within 2 yards, dude, they could literally QB sneak from 2 yards because Jalen Hurts and that offensive line just
Or they
fucking
hand
push people
DeAndre
forward.
Swift.
Swift's also not a goal line runner.
Rashad
So-
Penny.
Shot
Yeah.
Penny.
Bones are
Was a
made of
piece
glass.
Gainwell.
But Philly does have that weird QB sneak formation that they were effective as hell with last year.
Exactly. That's one of
Which
the big
has been
points.
Has been banned?
Banned.
Nah, it's fine.
Either way, bro, he's
No, I lost his shit a brick.
No. I hope
Yeah,
mine
see
is
how
the
high his
only
voice
one that
goes.
hits this week.
Yeah. That formation has been banned.
I don't
Hey, if you
care.
guys are going to show up this year this unprepared for NFL, Bruce, I'm looking at you and Niloff after
Look
that.
my asshole.
Do your research.
I
and
did my
fucking
research. I
Understand
liked
who's going to
it.
be in and who's going to be out. Because that's embarrassing.
Jalen Hurts is in the game.
Bruce is like, why would CMC be on the snap count? Where'd you get that from? No, only the biggest story 2 days ago.
I didn't say where'd you get that from. I saw that. I just don't understand why he would be on a snap count.
Yeah, I don't understand why Robert Quinn's worth a first-round pick.
Nobody ever said that. I don't know where you got that from. I just said he was worth more than the fucking
Third
sixth
round?
round pick or whatever
They got
we
a
got
third.
him for. They did not get a third.
They got a fourth.
Okay, so a third round would have been nice, yeah.
Pretty sure he said first round.
Never
He
once.
did, I know he
Never
did.
once. Go check the tapes. Check the fucking tapes. I never said a first round
I don't
pick.
know. I'm
I
sure
know
he's
for sure
saying
you
it,
said
but
it
he's
off
been-
record one day. Because we were arguing like
False.
this, off record, and you
False.
argued it, bro.
But look,
False.
keep a lookout on social media. I'm gonna do picks before Underdog pick'em slips before the Thursday night game. I'm gonna do a couple live drafts. We're gonna do a Frosty Takes Best Ball after we get off here. It's gonna be a fun NFL season. Let's go around. Last word can be anything about the NFL season, or whatever you want to say. Let's start with Mopey Dopey Bruce.
Oh, fuck, you caught me in a yawn.
Mopey dopey.
I can't, despite the lack of enthusiasm Nick keeps saying I'm showing, I am extremely excited for football season to be back. This is what I live for. It is the best time of the year from September till February 2nd or whatever the Super Bowl ends up being. It's always great.
Nice, very nice.
Blake.
Just get ready to double, triple count in the first month, and then get ready for some unit deployers later in the year.
Yeah, Blake did it successfully last year. That guy was fucking letting 600 fly per bet. I rode him on a few. It was fun. Let's go, Dylan.
Go Pack, go.
Typical. Nyla.
Bear down. The Bears are back, continuing to trend upwards, only upwards. Packers declining a little bit. Don't think they're a terrible team, but declining. I'm so excited. I just want to get to Sunday and be at the tailgate and then watching football. all night.
One word turned into 8 fucking sentences. Okay. Ryan.
Yeah, it did.
I'm excited to see how bad the Cardinals are this year.
They're going to be really fucking bad.
Uh,
They're going to be really bad.
If you
Yeah.
get on Underdog, I'll be drafting a ton over the next few days. I know Ryan's been drafting all day. Promo code Frosty. It's going to be a fun NFL season. I'm predicting Bruce finishes last, and he may quit the pod and gambling before the NFL season's over.
Damn, quitting the pod. Sounds like someone else I know.
We'll see you next week,
So,
everybody.
yeah, sounds very